Figured I'd go live from here, see if I can get a few people going before I start explaining the situation. So we're at a property in West Palm Beach area, and power's out to the house. We have a transfer switch right here that is overheated, and it ended up making the house trip multiple times in the last few days. So I figured I'd, bring you guys in on the process of getting something like this figured out. I mean, this transfer switch is actually not even being used anymore. The customer hasn't had a generator for years, and so I guess they don't even want the transfer switch. They didn't want it to, because the parts are pretty expensive. So this is what's bad right here. Let me see, it's still probably hot. It was hot when I got here. This is the thermal imaging camera. Let me turn it on real quick. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Hang on, it's still turning on. So yeah, see how hot that is? I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get it a little closer. So you can see the wires all glowing and everything. So that's from this bus bar right here is overheating. I can feel the heat coming off of it right now. But the lugs, so the power comes in right here from the utility company, comes into these two bottom lugs right here. It's de-energized currently. And then it goes through here, which this is the transfer switch. This little part here is what you use to manually throw this transfer switch. Let me give you a close in look. See that little yellow hole right there? That's where you put this little handle. And this is on utility. The up position is on utility, down position is on the generator. This is the breaker, the 200 amp breaker that comes from the generator. That pipe comes up, brings the power into this bus bar, out of this breaker, into the automatic transfer switch. And then these two little guys back here, there and there, those little cylinder looking things right there. That looks like it's got black fabric on it. Those are called solenoids, and they push and pull the transfer switch in the up and in the down position. So right now it's in utilities. Like I said, it's in the utility side. If the solenoids had powered it and sensing the power off the utility side, it would have pushed that down, kicked on the generator, and then fed through here. And then this is where it goes out into the house right there. It goes on into the house. What the problem is right now, which I already showed a couple other people, but I can see that there's more people on this breaker. It's been off for a while. The house is de-energized, but you can see how hot this is getting. It's overheating quite a bit. So this bus bar behind here is smoked. And we're going to have to bypass it until we're going to actually remove this entire transfer switch, because the customer hasn't had a generator here for a long time. They don't want, this was the previous owner had installed this and the generator. It's all been removed since then. So I was going to give you guys the opportunity to watch me work for a second while I remove the feeders off of this breaker here and Polaris tap them straight through. So it's coming straight into this transfer switch and then straight into the house. Grab my Allen wrench real quick. Next up. And in a second I'll yank this out of here and we'll look at how bad the damage is. I have a feeling the back of this is going to be pretty burned. Okay. See, that wire's still pretty hot. So these are the two wires that brought power in. They went through this 200 amp breaker, down through the transfer switch, and then out into the house. And then these two guys right here and just to reiterate, what I'm doing right now is just a temporary fixed until we can get back and put in a junction box in this transfer switch location. I see some questions. Let me answer. I ask what brand of, it's a Generac. Generac transfer switch. And then I was about to say the top part looked discolored. Bingo, it did, and it is. Might be GE. No, it's not GE. It's Siemens breakers and a Generac transfer switch. But good guess. There is a GE breaker that looks similar. All right, let's see what we got here. So I'm going to be using these little taps here as a temporary jumper until tomorrow morning when we can get the whole thing in. I mean, this isn't a permanent fix, but a lot of times I use these aluminum lugs and then I use cloth tape, like the old way of doing it. You put cloth tape around them and then regular electric tape on top of that, or rubber tape if you got it. But this is just going to be literally getting us by for about 12 hours. So, am I hosting? I don't know what that means. I'm new to the game, but where am I based? In the West Palm Beach, Florida area. Yeah, I mean, you can do your own electrical work. Talanini, I don't know how you pronounce that. Mikey, yeah, we already spoke about the GE. Polo, what are you hosting? What does that mean? I'm still learning. This is like the third time I've gone live. Oh, hiring. We're always hiring, especially for, people that are, skilled or that want to learn. Let's keep moving it along. Gotta get out of here some point tonight. My client. Dang it. I think they're in the house. Get in shape. These little suckers do not want to go on here. See if there's any more questions. PPE. It's dead, buddy. Joel, take it easy, buddy. All right. I'm in Sarasota. We're like West Palm Beach area. DC or AC, it's alternating current. But there is some DC stuff in that transfer switch. Hi, Dina. This is enthralling. Thank you. Okay, so we got our line side, and then vertical side. You can see the farm. This house is beautiful that we're in right now. It's It's right near the ocean. So I just put this cloth tape on as a temp, is to keep the rubber tape from having an issue, like catching on anything or any of the sharp edges. This is like a similar way that we used to do the split bolts, but this is not a split bolt. This is like an Allen lug. But like I said before, this is all coming out tomorrow. We're replacing this whole transfer switch. This is just to bypass the transfer switch for the evening so that they have reliable and safe power. I'm sure there's probably quite a few people on here that just got on here. That breaker's probably still red hot. Let's see if I can't get you guys. See how hot that is? It was super, super hot earlier. But so right now we're just bypassing the main. So this is the breaker that was overheating right here, this 200 amp Siemens. It's coming in from the utility, down into the automatic transfer switch right here, and then out into the house. This 200 amp breaker right here, which I thought about taking this whole housing and putting it up there, because this is from the generator, although there's no generator here anymore. This house, the generator was moved years ago. This has just been sitting here. So I could have stole this whole bus bar and Siemens, like this whole section here, and put it up there and just toss that in the garbage, but I didn't. Figured just bypass it for now. We'll be removing the whole thing tomorrow morning. I kind of want to see how bad this sucker is behind there. You guys want me to pull the breaker out? It doesn't really give us much, it doesn't help us at all moving the job forward, but you want to see how burned the breaker is? Joel, calm down with the PPE. There's nothing live here. So, yeah, we can do some electrical podcasts. That'd be great. Hang on. How much do you charge for that service call? I can't remember. Something like 100 billion. I can't remember. No, I can't really say. Fine clients. Do you have any advice? 3 barbecue. I mean, it's you just got to stick with it, bro. Eventually, or I'm not sure if it's you're a female or male, but anyway, just stick with it. Your reputation is the most important thing to gain, new clientele, and just don't, even if you lose money on a job, lose money and gain a customer for the long haul, and that'll pay dividends. Word of mouth speaks volumes. And if you say you're gonna do something, do it no matter how difficult or painful it hits you in the pocketbook. That's my best advice to you. And try to get customers to give good reviews online. That helps a lot. Up and above electric. How's it going, man? Dina, hi. Vivian, sharing the knowledge. Scott, no problem, man. Anytime. Dina is my wife. She's on there. She'll tell you. She knows how to get a lot of customers. That's my secret weapon. Find a Dina. That's the best advice I can give you. No problem, bro. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, under the last lug. We'll be energizing this here shortly. Getting close, a couple more minutes. Down to 83 people watching. All right, so let me answer some questions real quick. Corporate, based in New York. Oh, up and above electrical. I was out of Buffalo, New York. That's where my family's from. Facebook, you had to do work, yeah. What part of New York? Probably people haven't. That's my dad right there. He gave me the work ethic I got. So, he taught me, the first time I ever did electrical work was at St. Luke's Mission of Mercy, wiring in freezers. It's a not-for-profit our family used to own, but my dad, that's the first experience I had. Then it was my Uncle Rich after that, and then I moved to Florida, and it was all history from there. So, work ethic will get you anywhere in the world. Test prep advice, Mike Holt. Teach you to wire up your house to collect insurance, zombie dad. I mean, yeah, that's easy. You don't need to be taught that. You just start hacking at things, and it'll work itself out. Yeah, Google's pricey, barbecue, but sometimes you got to pay to play. Umbaclaw, I think I know what that's like, Jamaican or something, right? Let's move on to the next step. We'll be energizing the house here in just a second. So I don't know if this is something you guys, I do emergencies like this pretty frequently. If you guys think this is cool, I could probably do this more often. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go inside the house and kick on the main, and I'll be right back out to energize out here. had you guys sitting on, I made a little teepee out of the Generac cover plate panel in the dead front. So you got that all figured out now. We're gonna kick on the main here. It's a nice house. Let's see if I can't figure out a good spot for you guys. Alright, here's the two panels on the inside. Here goes nothing. Boom. That's how it's done. So, you got a quick look at this panel. This panel's like weird. So, it had tap cons holding in the whole cover panel. Like, and if you look, this panel's back a good, 1.5 inches back. See that? It's weird. So like the dead front was, a good 3/4 of an inch away from the front of the panel. Then we got this here. It's another thing I noticed. If you look close, you see all those cut off conductors right there. They're not live. I don't know what they go to, but anyway. So we're finishing up now. I'm gonna close everything up. We got it all energized. Light. Hi, Casey. Thanks, Pops. All right, so I'll do some other videos on this, but maybe I'll do like a short or something on when we look. I'm gonna yank this out and look at the back of that once we remove this. So we'll see how bad it was burnt. One little piece came out. Let me see if I can spot it again. A little burnt piece of breaker fell out the back of it. I don't know where it went. Anyway, piece fell out the back of that. But all right, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope it was entertaining. Let me know if you guys want to see me do more stuff like this. Take care.